Welcome, guys. In this chapter, would first I want to give credit to the authors of this material. This material is by Jump Remix. Now let's get straight into it. This chapter will touch cell and organization of life. So the first question here is, which of the following is characteristics of animal cell? Which of the following is characteristics of animal cell? I want you to jot down. Animal cells, they have few scattered small vacuole. And number two, they also have the presence of first, animal cells have few scattered small vacuoles. Vacuoles is spelled VACUOLES. Number two, all cells possess chromosomes. Full stop. So number one is option C, absence of large vacuole. So plant cell has large vacuole, while animal cells, they don't really have large vacuole, so absence of large vacuole. Number two, all living organisms dash. The correct answer to this is option D, feed. So right, all living organisms feed. All living organisms feed. Number three, the vacuole of a plant cell is, everybody jot down. The vacuole of a plant cell is surrounded by a membrane called tonoplast. So number three is option E, surrounded by a membrane. Three is option E. Two is feed. Four, the part of the cell solely responsible for respiration is the correct answer is mitochondria. I want us to jot down some functionalities of organelles, right? Mitochondria serves as the site of energy or aerobic respiration in the cell. It is also called the powerhouse of the cell. Number two, the nucleus is the central control of the cell, and it also contains genetic materials. Number three, Golgi apparatus is the organelles responsible for processing, packaging, and transporting granules. Granules is GRANULES. Next, endoplasmic reticulum. Then go on down, right? Rough endoplasmic reticulum is responsible for intracellular transport. Next, now intracellular transport of protein that are made by ribosomes. Then go to the next line and write, smooth endoplasmic reticulum is the site of lipids and stereosynthesis. Next line you write, ribosome is the site of protein synthesis. Synthesis is SYNTHESIS. Next, lysosomes. Lysosome contains digestive enzymes, and they are involved in the breakdown of structures and molecules in the cell. They are also responsible for digesting bacteria by phagocytosis. Phagocytosis is PHAGOCYTOSIS. Next, right, chloroplast. It contains the green pigment chlorophyll, which is involved in photosynthesis (open bracket) manufacturing of food by the use of sunlight and inorganic compounds (close bracket). Next, the vacuole is VACUOLE. The vacuole contains cell sap, which may be involved in osmoregulation. Next, centrosomes is CENTROSOME. Centrosomes contains centrioles is CENTRIOLES, which is involved in cell division. So if we go back to the point I've given to you now are the major points you come across when talking about the organelles of the cell. The major ones they ask you. So number five, number four, the part of the cell solely responsible for respiration is mitochondria. I've stated it already. Number five, which of this combination is common to both plant and animal cell? Everybody, I want us to write down these most important ones. Plant cell has cell wall, cell membrane, chloroplast, and large vacuole. And plant cell and large vacuole. Full stop. Go to the next line, give one line space and write, animal cell lacks cell wall, no chloroplast, but has cell membrane, and also possess centrioles. Centrioles is centrioles. So one major difference is that the plant cell has chloroplast, but animal cell gets centriole. Do you understand? Good. While plant cell have cell wall and cell membrane, animal cell no get cell wall, they only get cell membrane. If you follow through. So number 5 is option C. Watch it. Plasma membrane is common, chromosome is common, mitochondria is common, lysosome is common. Number 5 is option C. Number 6. Where is the energy produced in the cell? We've touched this already, mitochondria, option E. Number 7. Which of the following cell constitute? It's not common to both plant and animal cell. It's not common to both of them. Chloroplast is not common. Chloroplast is only common to plant cell. 8. A group of similar cells performing same function is a tissue. Number 8 is option C, organization of life. Number 9. The function of the endoplasmic reticulum is, which endoplasmic reticulum are they talking about? Is it the smooth or the rough? We'll go with the intracellular transport of material. 9 is option B. 10. The oxidative respiration. Let's go like this. 10. The oxidative part of respiration process takes place in the mitochondria, option A. 11. The function of the ribosome in cell is to synthesize protein, option A. 11 is option A. 12. Which of the following structure is common to Euglena, white blood cells, and amoeba? They all possess cell membrane. 12 is option D. Remember we said both animal and plant cell, they have cell membrane, but plant cell only have cell wall, while plant cell has cell wall and cell membrane. Animal cell has only cell membrane. No forget. 13. The structure labeled 5 here is what? Number 5 is option B, Golgi bodies. Number 14. Which of the labeled part of the cell contains ribonucleic acid? Part of the cell contains ribonucleic acid. 14. Let's see. This is diagram. But if you take down this diagram, I want to give the points down. This one here, this place is called the cell. Number 1 is called the cell membrane. Number 2 is called the endoplasmic reticulum. Number 3 here is called the nucleolus, or the nucleolus, and the nucleolus is inside the nucleus. This round one here, the nucleolus, and it's inside the nucleus. Number 4 is called the mitochondria. You see this one here? This one that's like fish pie. It's called the mitochondria. Number 5 is called the Golgi body. Golgi body. And 6, this part here is the nuclear envelope. This see, I'm like this, 2, 3, 4. They are called the nuclear envelope. So number 13 is option B, Golgi bodies. Number 14, which of the labeled part of the cell contains ribonucleic acid? Is Roman figure III. Number 3. Now let's go to 15. 15 says, which structure is known as the powerhouse of the cell? Number 4. 15 is 4. Is known as the powerhouse of the cell. I want us to jot down some point. DNA equals deoxyribonucleic acid. Let me spell it. DEOXYRIBONUCLEIC acid. RNA is ribonucleic acid. RIBONUCLEIC. Now, right. DNA makes RNA, while RNA makes protein. Number 15. Let's run. So we've touched number 15. Number 16. Which of the following structure is associated with aerobic respiration? Supposed to be the mitochondria, but it's not clear here. And so the mitochondria should be supposed to be this one, option D. Number 17. The structure labeled 5 is used for 5. That's not clear. We'll skip that. 18. Sorry. The organ involved in tissue respiration is the mitochondria, option D. 19. The tissue can best be defined as 19. An aggregate of similar cells performing same function. 19 is option C. Let's go to 20. Question 20. The membrane surrounding the vacuole of a plant cell is called tonoplast, option B. 21. Which of the following organelles are likely to be present in the cell that are actively respiring, photosynthesizing? If it is respiring, it's mitochondria. If it is photosynthesizing, it's chloroplast. Number 21 is option B, Number 22, the structure labeled I, Roman figure I, is called what? 22 is option C, endoplasmic reticulum. Number 23, protein is synthesized in the part labeled 23 is option B, II, this part. Number 24, the nucleus is considered the control organism of the cell because it contains genetic materials, option A. 25, the structure that is most likely identified in all living cells under the light microscope is called the nucleus, option C. 26, which of the following is an organ? The liver is an organ, it's simple. 27, in plant cell, the chloroplasts are located within the cytoplasm, option D. 27 is option D. You see, it's simple. It's option D. Option D. I want us to write down. The cell contains membrane plus protoplasm. Next, the protoplasm contains nucleus plus cytoplasm, while the cytoplasm contains cytogel and cytosol. Cytogel is CYTOGEL plus cytosol is CYTOSOL. 28. Which of the following organisms does not exist as a single free living cell? Volvox. 28 is option B. 29. An amoeba and an unlaid chicken eggs are both single cell. 29 is option B. 30. The structure found only in plant cells are cell wall and chloroplast. 30 is option C. Cell wall and chloroplast. Chloroplast, where you find chlorophyll that is used for photosynthesis. No forget. 31. The endoplasmic reticulum is represented by the part labeled endoplasmic reticulum is IV. Option D. 31 is option D. 32. The part labeled II, this part, is likely to be responsible for what? Respiration. 32 is option B, respiration, mitochondria. 33. The rod in the retina of the eye are examples of cells, option A. Right, rod and cones, RODS and CONES, are photosensitive cells, or are also known as photoreceptors. They are in the eyes. They are the ones that help you to identify if you see something that is black or white, or if you see something that has a different color. We'll touch that in the coming chapters. 34, which is the chapter on sense organs. 34. The organic common to both plant and animal cell is plasma lemma, option B. Option B. Plasma lemma is common to both plant and animal cell. 35. Which of the following is likely to have a higher concentration of mitochondria? Sperm cell. 35 is option A. 36. The role of the Golgi complex in eukaryotic cell is to, don't forget, Golgi complex helps to transport items, right? 36 is option D, transport organic material in and out of the cell. 36 is option D. 37, the organ responsible for hereditary. They didn't give us, and remember, this is a plant cell. See, the one we do like TV, now they call plant cell. Then the one we do round like this, now they call siam, now they call animal cell. You see them. So we'll go back to this plant cell, maybe you see something. So this plant cell, remember we say, once you take microscope, look cell, waiting they big, where, now the nucleus. So we'll say III is the nucleus. 37 is A, responsible for hereditary, because the nucleus is responsible for hereditary. Now, hereditary. This diagram is not the best of it. Why IV is called the ribosome. Let's check. The part label I. The part label I is the cellular cell wall. So 38 cellular cell wall, option B. This one is the cellular cell wall. Number 39. A characteristic that can possibly be shared by both living and non-living things is increase in biomass or increase in size. 39. They grow. So what do? They increase in biomass. Option C. As growth is common to both of them. So this chapter stops at 45, I think. So we'll stop it here. I think that's it. Okay, I think it's more than that. Let's continue from 40. The cell of an onion bulb can be differentiated from a chick cell by the presence of, a lot of students would confuse this. When they say chick cell, they mean your face. You see your cheek. Your cheek is an animal cell. The onion bulb is a plant cell. So what would differentiate them is the chloroplast. 40. what would differentiate them really? Sorry, what would differentiate them really is the cell wall. The cell wall. The cell of an onion bulb can be differentiated from the chick cell by the presence of cell wall. Notice I haven't picked chloroplast. Chloroplast is for green plants, but you see the onion bulb, the one with the slice put for your indomie, you want prepare them. You know they green. You see am? So you know go fit say na chloroplast. Rather you go say na cell wall. 41. Which is the level of organization of an onion bulb? An onion bulb is an organ. It's a complete organism. The reason for this is this, right? The onion bulb comprises the root system and the shoot system, which thereby makes it a full organism. Write it like that. So that onion bulb wey you slice, take the put for your indomie or your rice or your stew. Sometimes if you notice, if they bring the onion, maybe the one they know to pour chemical on top or spray chemical preservative, if water touch am, it go begin grow. You go check the down. You know they really get root for under, but you don't they grow. The green this thing will they come out. That's to show you something. So inside that onion bulb, the stem they inside, waiting go grow, go up. Now they call the shoot. The leaf, the stem, and the rest. Now they call the shoot. The same thing inside that onion bulb. You know grow root. May you see, is they inside that your? Is they inside on a house? If they grow green, they come out. That onion bulb himself now root. So the both of them, him now be root, him now be shoot. So we call it organism. No forget. You understand? 42. A characteristic exhibited by all living organisms is 42 is option D, the ability to remove unwanted substances. 43. In a cell, the genes are carried by the chromatic thread. 43 is option B. No need to burn much time. 44. Which of the following characterizes a mature plant cell? In a mature plant cell, the cytoplasm fills up the entire cell. Option D. 45. Which of the following is not a function of a nucleus of a cell? It's not a function. It's not a reservoir for energy. 45 is option C. It's not a reservoir for energy. 47. The organelle responsible for heredity is II. Option B. 48. The part labeled IV is endoplasmic reticulum. 47 is C. 48. The organelle present in cells that are actively respiring, mitochondria, photosynthesizing, chloroplast. Option C. 48 is option C. 49. The lowest level of organization is the cell. Option B. 50. Which of the following is the most complex according to their cellular level of organization? The heart is the most complex. So don't forget, the heart is the most complex. 51. Which of the following organism is multicellular? Multicellular organism here is the Spirogyra. It is multicellular. Right. The Spirogyra is made up of a chain of cells making up a filamentous algae. So the Spirogyra is multicellular. Option B. We've come to the end of chapter 1 based on cells and organization of life. If there's any part you have question, I would like you to drop your question in the WhatsApp group. If you are not part of the WhatsApp group, I'll leave the link to the WhatsApp group in the description box. Please note that we run classes. If you'd like to join our class, click on the link and you'll be on the group and you could pay to enroll. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next chapter.